Ashley Bastock from cleveland.com. I just want to take a couple minutes here and talk about Mason Graham, the Browns' number 5 overall pick from this year and his rookie season. So with the Browns coming off their bye week, I actually wrote this story. You can find it over at cleveland.com/Browns, all about Mason trying to really get at the heart of what he is adding to this Browns defense. So really, I think there's a lot, right? And it's interesting to me, and was interesting to explore through reporting and as a writer, this idea that Mason Graham is a guy who doesn't like attention. And I actually think that fits in really well with, number one, the position he plays. D tackle is often so overlooked. And the fact that on this Browns roster, he hasn't gotten a ton of attention yet. Big reason for that, Cleveland has had quarterback questions. Obviously, they drafted 2 quarterbacks in Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Obviously, Shedeur Sanders alone brings with him a ton of attention. So a lot of the things Mason Graham does well, I think, often go overlooked. And the interesting thing about him is he's not breaking down the door in terms of sack production, at least not yet. But I talked to a lot of people, including his personal pass rush coach, about what makes him such a good pass rusher and what makes him underrated and have a really high ceiling. And where the headline comes from, which obviously you might be reading this thinking what is this, is actually Dillon Gabriel. He, Mason Graham, Carson Schwessinger, the linebacker that Cleveland took number 33 overall, have become neighbors. They're really good friends. They have these electrolyte martini nights together, and it's kind of become this little tradition. And again, I just think it speaks to how low-key Mason Graham is, what he brings to the team. And Dillon Gabriel told me he wants to be one of the greats, but he also wants to be one of the boys. Carson Schwessinger told me, a lot of times these top 5 picks, a guy will come in, have a big ego, and Mason just does not like that. So to go read the full story, go check it out at cleveland.com/Browns.